Fall is a season of gathering that brings us together with warmth and color. So whether it's a birthday, anniversary, or a special event, celebrate your friends and family with a gorgeous bouquet of roses from 1-800-Flowers.com. 1-800-Flowers makes it easy to brighten someone's day with 24 multicolored roses for just $39.99. To get 24 multicolored roses for just $39.99, visit 1-800-Flowers.com/tune-in. That's 1-800-Flowers.com/tune-in.
Yay Networks.
Welcome to Logically Irrational with my parents, Ty Strickland and Melissa Rycroft. He's a little logical.
Until I start gossiping.
And she's a little irrational.
You've got nothing.
But together, they make the perfect combo.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Logically Irrational. Hey Ty.
Hey.
How are you?
Hi. I'm awesome.
Yeah, well, whatever.
It's Friday.
It is Friday.
I'm a little upset.
That it's Friday?
No, I'm very happy about that.
Okay.
Our Cowboys lost last night.
Cowboys did lose last night.
Yeah.
I love when I post. I always like on Cowboy game days, I like to post a fun little throwback of like cheerleading time or something. I get more of the, Mel, I love you. I hate the Cowboys. Than anything.
Well,
I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Are they a hated team? If you're not for them, you're
You're very
against
they're very
the
dynamic.
Cowboys?
They're
Okay.
very you either hate them or you love them. Polarizing
That's
is a
the
good
right
word. Yeah.
Well, on that, apologies. We are a day late today. Not because Ty was watching the Cowboys game.
No. Did you know that they're the most valued sports franchise in the world?
I did know that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I did know
Move
that. Like Jerry Jones or not, he's done a
knows what he's doing.
fantastic job building an empire.
And
Can
then
you say that?
Everything around it.
Yeah.
He
owns
vertically
everything.
integrates
Yeah.
everything around the
Every
Cowboys,
aspect
which
of-
is just phenomenal.
So because y'all really care when we record. We used to record at night, and now school has started. Extracurriculars, we are every day.
Yeah.
Right? From 4:30 to about 8 o'clock at night. And if we want to see each other and see the family, just couldn't do it at night anymore. So we started doing it in the morning. Great. Except yesterday, one of the littles got a fever.
B-Man
got a fever. And it started Wednesday night, actually. We came home and he looked at me and he goes, Mom, my nose keeps running. And I looked at him and he had just that drip coming out. And I went, oh no. And I went, come here, bud. Felt his head and he had a fever. And I went, oh my gosh, is this it? Like we've gone 2 years without the Rona. Is this it? Those are the two things everybody says to look for, right? So I went, of course, immediately took him for a COVID test. He's negative. It's not COVID.
People still get sick.
I know. I think our immune systems are so shot right now because we have been masked and sanitized and gloved for a year and a half now. School has started, and I think it's just any germ right now is going to
Yeah. Well, you said
invade.
You said the other day, and you were right, that we had to go get new medicine because it's been so long since somebody's been sick.
Right. Yeah. When B-Man, because he got stuffy, he got a cough, and he's just not feeling great. But I was looking in my medicine cabinet going, I don't have anything because we went a year and a half with nothing.
Right.
Thanks to the masks, although I hate them. But
well, and they're not going anywhere.
That is true. Yes, we were just a cesspool in our own germs, which, turned out to be surprisingly
Guess we
clean.
can handle our own germs.
Yeah. So anyway, it was my bad. We had him here. I didn't think we would have him today, but we did. So we're going to actually have him. He's going to be a surprise guest here in a little bit. He's going to help us with one of our segments. I mean,
I think it's my new favorite segment.
If he's going to be
it's going to be
home,
anyway.
He's going to be put to work.
Yeah.
All right.
Good thinking.
Also, from last week, you remember that conversation that we had about foods that you keep out on the counter or that you
the ketchup.
Most people keep their butter on the counter.
Really?
Yes. In the fan page, the Logically Irrational fan page, there was a whole feed about like 40 answers of
really
90%. Well, yeah, it's supposed to go on your counter.
That's crazy.
Should I try that? Should I start? I mean, we don't use butter a lot.
I guess it wouldn't melt, but like when it gets, I guess it wouldn't melt. You put it outside, it would melt.
No, it stays warm.
Congealed?
What's that? Congealed?
Solid?
I mean, it stays solid. It doesn't change like states of matter. Anyway, so going along food, I saw this and I thought this was fun. I always love a good conversation starter, right? And there was a study done that says the way that you eat an Oreo says a lot about your personality.
Okay.
How do you eat your Oreo? Do you bite it? Do you dunk it? Do you split it apart and like eat the
My favorite way
first?
to eat an Oreo is to dip it in milk.
Dip it or dunk it?
Whatever.
You can't dip it.
It's the same thing.
I love doing it to where it gets so soggy.
Yeah, yes. It's delicious. But we don't have milk.
Well, we have almond milk.
Yeah, we don't have milk.
We also don't have Oreos. So.
No, it's true.
But that you would be a dunker? You would consider yourself a dunker?
Yeah, but since we don't have milk, I just eat them. I don't pull them apart or anything.
You're
like
a biter.
That. Yeah. Just
okay.
Crunch in.
So biters are easygoing and self-confident, apparently.
That's about right.
I would be a dunker. I would dunk in the almond milk. That doesn't bother me at all. We are considered more energetic and adventurous. I don't know.
Okay.
Twisters, on the other hand, are sensitive yet trendy. That would be Ava. Ava twists it and then she eats the icing.
And that makes sense.
I don't even think she eats the cookie. She just eats the icing out of it.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I think it's how Kaysen does it too.
Isn't that... These people at universities doing these studies.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I want to be gentle because I don't want to offend any of our 5 listeners that maybe partook in this study.
Hey, there's probably a whole lot more science to it than you would think.
I'm sure. There's also a whole lot of other scientific things we should be studying, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. No.
This is like an undergrad thing that is somebody's thesis or
like
something.
from 5-Year Engagement when she was
exactly, about the donut.
Awesome.
That's exactly.
Love that.
That's funny.
Movie.
That's a good show.
That's one we bring up these every once in a while. I could watch that one.
Well, yeah, except for that is not one you can watch when the kids are around.
Absolutely not.
But you tried, and I had to turn it off.
Did I try?
Yes. And I'm walking in and it's F this and F that. And I'm like, Melissa.
I don't hear it when it's in a movie or a dirty song. So just thought that was fun. And speaking of our Logically Irrational Facebook page, welcome Audrey to the group. We actually had a bunch join, but Audrey reached out to us, said that she came, she's brand new, but she brought some bad news with her. She said, quote, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but September is when copperheads are born. A female copperhead will have on average 8 to 10 babies.
Ugh.
So if you see one, it's very likely that there are many others nearby. The juveniles will have a green tip on the tail until they're about a year old. I've heard also, this is not part of her quote, but that the juveniles are more venomous. Is that true or not?
They cannot control the dump of venom. Venom.
They can't control the dump of...
That's what it's called.
No.
Yeah. So whenever they bite, they can't like stop letting the venom out of their fangs. And so they dump all of the venom.
It's literally called a dump of venom.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think that's the title of this podcast.
And so where like adults can, when they bite,
adults can control themselves.
They can control it, right? And so
adolescents cannot control themselves. I really like how parallel this is.
Yeah, so they are more dangerous because you could get more venom from
all right, so
their bite.
Stay away from the green-tipped.
Yeah, they really do have green tips too. Like it's
I didn't know that.
Yeah, very noticeable.
I also didn't know we're in month. We are in hatch month right now.
Yeah, that kind of surprises me because we're getting to the point where it's almost hibernation time. So I guess they...
Maybe because in where we live in Dallas, it does not get cold here till November, maybe. So maybe our seasons are so off that they've figured out they can hatch now. And
yeah, I mean, by November, they would be hibernating.
They're egged too, right? We've had this conversation.
Yes.
So we would have a copperhead egg nest somewhere.
You know what? We had a funny story about this, right?
The snake sex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that this, okay.
No, what I'm saying is we would, because we've had landscape work done. They surely would find a egg nest, or do they like under the ground?
Yeah, no, they probably would not, is my guess.
So
we haven't seen a copperhead, knock on wood, since we
started spraying and stuff. Yeah.
They came this week, as a matter of fact. that?
I did. I saw them here.
Okay.
Yep. So Audrey, welcome.
Thanks for the
Dang
little tip
you
there,
for
Audrey.
the bad news. Let's see. On to our weekend. We had a fun weekend because all our children got to play/dance on AT&T Stadium.
Yeah, it was fun.
And that's a big
Where the
deal.
Cowboys play.
That is where the Cowboys play. Huge stadium. The boys, as if they couldn't look smaller in their huge, gigantic jerseys and
Yeah,
football pads, you put them on AT&T floor and you're like, oh my gosh,
they look so little.
you're so tiny. It was really cute.
Yeah, both boys had scrimmages. They
Mhm.
were only like a half of a game. Not even half of a
I mean,
game.
they had 60 teams. to
Yeah,
get
and
through.
it was more of an experience type
Right,
thing, but
very
it was
cool.
super cool.
Very cool
Super
experience.
cool. And Ava got to cheer on the.
Ava got to do her little drill team halftime, which to her was probably more cool than the boys. I know, like, Kaysen's like, oh, it's Cowboy Stadium. He doesn't get it. Like, for Ava, because she was there a few weeks ago when the
With you, yeah.
cheerleaders were there, and to her, it was like, this is where they...
Yeah, you know what? The boys, both boys and both teams, they weren't like, oh my gosh, like they were,
Yeah.
okay,
Okay, it's cool.
get in,
Yeah.
play football, and get out.
I don't think they grasped
Yeah,
it.
I don't think they did either.
Yeah. It was so funny though with Ava because I coach her team, so I got to go on the field with them, and of course, her part of the team is all 5th and 6th graders. They're all buddies and so calm. Oh, we're gonna rock this. We're in the tunnel, and they're so excited. We get out into they get on their yard lines and stuff, and they look and face the crowd. I could see all of their faces immediately go.
Oh boy.
I was like, smile, smile.
Don't forget.
There's a lot of people. Yep, we knew that. Don't lose it. But they all got so nervous. I'm like, you know what? Start big because you'll do fine now at these little 6th grade
Yeah, of
games that
course
you're
they
going
will.
to cheer for.
Yeah,
So
it was fun.
it was fun. Yeah. And then before we get started, we saw a commercial for this the other day. And I'm so excited because, they do reboots all the time of
TV shows or movies?
Both.
Or both. Yeah.
Yeah, both. And now we have.
What would you do if I sang?
You've seen
Oh
it,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Would you stand up?
I'm not sure how I feel about it because to me this is a iconic
Yeah.
show.
Yeah. For sure.
I loved it. Winnie Cooper and
when
Paul
you hear this
and
song, you automatically.
I wonder if
think
it's going to be the same song.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't know. I bet they
Updated,
would have
though.
to.
Yeah. So the trailer for it looks
The
what?
dad from the
I know,
original
is
is
Doug
my
Strickland.
dad.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets home from work and he's kind of grumpy
Rrr.
and then he eats and everything's a little better. But you do not want to make him mad. And he even looked like him.
I remember one time we saw the mom, I think I've said this several times, running through the DFW airport. We were going to Florida, family vacation. We were little and we saw her running and we were so starstruck of, oh, that's Kevin's mom. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I am looking forward to it because it's an updated, obviously it was originally from the 60s. I actually think this new one still takes place.
In the 60s?
I think
I don't
so.
have any idea.
I think so. But so the Saved by the Bell reboot, remember? I'm like, oh, I'm excited. I love Saved by the Bell. Hated it. Hated it.
But that was the same characters.
But it was a completely different show.
It wasn't like
was
a reboot. It was a.
it continued
Yeah,
on.
right.
But it was almost like for a completely different audience too. Where I'm like, I mean, it was Ava's age that watched Saved by the Bell. And so I guess they thought that we would be watching as grown-ups the reboot. And I'm like, no, Ava's
it
still
still needs to
watching
be,
the
yeah,
reboot.
Right.
So anyway, it was just random.
Yeah,
But I
that'll be good.
I
We'll watch it.
got excited about it. Okay, let's get into it. We have a fun surprise tidbits with Ty and a special guest.
Okay.
Yep. That we're going to do. We have some reality roundup to get to. We have the official Dancing with the Cast.
Dancing with the Cast?
Wow, yeah, I didn't
Dancing
even
with the
realize
Cast.
that.
It's like on Big Brother. They can't say, I vote to evict.
Well, they all can, but Big D.
Yeah.
He cannot get that
I
phrase
evict to
out.
vote. I sadly evict. Yeah.
We have a new Dancing with the Stars cast announcement.
Yeah.
We have some Bachelor in Paradise drama. We will get to the dominating cookout from
Boy, Big Brother.
Big Brother. And I have a fun, it's just mindless, but some fun random trivia, just a random trivia game, some true or false. We'll see how well you know your useless knowledge, because these facts are always fun to pull out at a party.
Okay.
For example, the sound used to recreate the velociraptors in Jurassic Park was actually the sound of birds mating. True or false?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a question. I'm asking you.
I guess I'll say true. It doesn't sound like it to me, though.
Well, let me play the
Okay.
velociraptor clip for you.
What is it? It's a velociraptor.
Okay, now that you've heard it.
Okay, I want to say true.
Sounds like the bird from Up.
Yeah, that bird's funny.
So you're going to say true. It's actually false.
Oh. Okay.
It's a turtle. A mating turtle.
No way.
So I've heard this before, actually. And so I had to delve into YouTube. I highly recommend that you do a YouTube search, because the facial expressions that turtles make. But
I didn't know turtles made noise.
oh,
That's a turtle? Yeah. Kind of sounds like Kobe.
so that was a smaller size turtle.
Okay.
And then they have giant, the giant
And do you have a
turtles.
clip of that?
Well,
Of course you do. Whoa. That reminds me of an old man, like coughing or something.
so now let's listen to the velociraptor and see, did they choose the small turtle
Okay.
or the big turtle?
What is it? It's a velociraptor.
Bigger one.
Sounds bigger.
I learn something new every day.
I mean,
It sounds like Kobe, doesn't it? Like these little noises he makes. Our little dog.
and y'all, he's sliding down the shell the entire time. His mouth is open, his tongue is out. It is well worth the price of admission
boy.
to just do a quick YouTube Google search.
It's my wife for you.
Okay, well, should we go get some tidbits going?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Tidbits with Ty.
All right. We are joined by a very special guest. Now, we don't do live guests often.
Not often.
This one,
Especially ones this big.
this one was a little more special, I guess. So, everybody, welcome Beckett
B-Man.
Hi.
to the podcast.
What's happening, dude?
Hey, wait a minute.
Better.
I
You're
was gonna
feeling
say,
better?
Why are you not in school?
Say, Mom, because I had a fever.
um,
You wouldn't let me go. Yeah.
as I want to do this.
Yeah. You'd probably rather do this, huh?
Okay, so what we're going to do, and then I'm going to make you go lay back down on my bed, okay?
Okay.
Is we're going to do our football picks. You and Daddy started this tradition last year,
Several years ago, yeah. And Ava used to do it before that.
and you're really good at
Yeah,
it.
you're good.
Ava didn't know the teams at all.
Well, you, little man, you have a vault of a memory. You remember everything.
I do.
And so you are pretty good at this picking football stuff, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to it for this weekend, which is the first weekend, right?
Yep.
First
First weekend.
opening
Last
weekend.
night, our Cowboys,
Lost.
they lost. Yeah.
And I was
but
going
they
to pick
play-
Buccaneers anyway, so.
Yeah. But they played really well. And I was excited. And
Yeah.
I was just excited to have football back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still got plenty more games.
Yeah. Plenty more games. That's
yeah,
right. buddy.
plenty.
Okay. So I'm going to go through the games this weekend. And you just tell me, who you think's going to win. Okay. If you have a
Okay.
thought on the game, you can
Okay.
tell me. But not, we'll just pick the winners. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the Eagles are playing the Falcons.
Eagles.
The Eagles?
Why?
Okay.
I picked the Eagles because that's my only option because the Falcons are awful.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
They're pretty bad.
Okay. The Steelers are playing the Bills.
Bills,
Yep, I agree. Vikings are playing the Bengals.
Bengals.
Okay.
And I picked the Bengals because Joe Burrow's back.
Joe Burrow.
Joe
Yeah, he's
Burrow.
good, isn't he?
Who's Joe Burrow?
He's their quarterback.
Yeah,
He got hurt last year as a rookie,
yeah.
but he's back and he's really good.
hmm
Okay. The 49ers are playing the Lions.
49ers,
Okay. The Cardinals are playing the Titans.
Titans.
That's one of your favorite teams, isn't it? The Titans.
Yeah,
Okay. The Seahawks are playing the Colts.
Seahawks.
Okay. Chargers are playing the Washington football team.
Washington football team.
You're picking a team that doesn't even have a mascot.
That doesn't matter.
Isn't that silly? Why do they not have a mascot?
Do they have cheerleaders?
Not anymore.
Really?
It's a sore subject.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Okay. Then the Jets are playing the Panthers.
Panthers.
Yeah. Jets are terrible, aren't they? Jaguars are playing the Texans.
Texans.
Oh, man.
No.
The Texans are terrible. Yeah.
That's
Their
who you-
quarterback can't even play this year. So, but that's okay. Maybe you'll win. Who knows? You're good at this stuff.
Yeah.
The Browns are playing the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Yeah. It's going to be a
For
good game, though.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, the Dolphins are playing the Patriots.
Dolphins.
Good
Oh.
pick. Good pick. Packers are playing the Saints.
Wait, Packers are playing the Saints.
Yeah. Remember, Drew Brees retired.
Talk it out.
Packers.
Packers. Okay. Broncos are playing the Giants.
Giants.
Okay. The Bears are playing the Rams.
Bears.
Oh,
Bears? Oh, wow.
Your grandpa's going to be mad if you go against the Bears.
Who's a Bears fan?
Who's my dad?
My grandpa.
Yeah.
Papu.
Papu. Yeah. And then the Monday Night Football game, the Ravens are playing the Raiders.
You already know my
I know what
answer.
you're going to say. Say it.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Why?
'Cause
Why
the
would
Ravens-
he already know?
Well, because the Raiders are not real good and the Ravens are
Oh.
very good.
Oh.
He knows. He knows.
Oh, I didn't know.
Hey.
I'm just trying to get in on the inside conversation that y'all
do
are.
you want to do the, hey, check out my merch, follow me on. That's what you did last year. You say, check out my merch.
I don't have anything.
No? Oh, okay.
So I can't say that.
All right, little dude. Thank you so much. Can I
Hey.
have you back
You're
next week to do this again?
Yes.
Say good
Yes.
luck, everybody.
Good luck.
All right, go lay down in bed.
Thanks, buddy.
Get that fever going, okay?
I love you, big man.
Yeah,
Yep.
take a nap, sure.
Nap time.
How do you do on his picks?
Well, I don't know, but I would have picked most of those teams. There's a couple that, but that's what he does is like he'll pull one out of the hat that you're like, oh,
The
there's no
Texans?
way. Yeah, and then they win. Like that one. You watch
Yeah.
because the Texans are going to be very bad this year.
He didn't waver either. He's
Did you hear about the Texans quarterback?
no, how would I have heard?
Well,
about
because
it?
it's a huge story.
It's on Entertainment Tonight
What?
or Extra.
Probably.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, no, then what happened?
Deshaun Watson, their quarterback, has like 30 cases of sexual assault filed against him
Whoa.
over the offseason. Yeah.
Like, that
and
all
he's,
came
he's
up
one of the best
now, or-
quarterbacks in the league. And they all like once one girl, they were all masseuses. And so he was having
He's a dirty person.
well, I mean, nothing's been proven.
when you
but-
got 30 coming at you, though, I mean, that's kind
Yeah.
of hard to say. They're all fake.
Well, but they're all maybe wanting a money grab. And this one lawyer out of, I think he's out of San Antonio or somewhere, maybe Austin, maybe Houston, is trying to pull these girls out of the woodworks to strengthen this case. And so he's going and finding people. I mean, I can't say he's finding people, but it's a bad deal. And this guy is.
Who's this guy? The quarterback? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, Deshaun Watson. He's one of the best quarterbacks in football, and he's still on the team, but he's not going to get to play. And they can't trade him because they're saying that they would want like 4 first-round draft picks for him,
So
but he may never play again.
has he been charged?
No,
So he's just not playing because of the allegations. They can do that. They can just say,
well, he's still on the team, so
Yeah.
he's still getting paid. They're just not.
benching him.
Yeah, I guess
That's weird.
it's weird, but they also don't want to get him hurt because he's saying that he will not play for the Texans. He wants to go. He wants to be traded, and it's just a big ordeal. But
I'm
it's
not sure he's got a leg to stand
Well,
on if he's about
not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Nobody wants
And-
that baggage.
Well, no team wants to. I mean, it may all come out that this is all nothing, and that he was
However,
not guilty of anything.
If he is, he's going to jail.
It could, yeah, he could.
Going to jail, son.
And so nobody wants to trade king's ransom for a guy that might not ever play again if he has to go to jail.
Ooh,
So
that's gross.
yeah, and they just extended this guy's contract last year. I mean, it's a bad deal.
Are these all recent, or are they from like years ago? And women are just
all
coming
over the
forward,
place.
All over.
Yeah, but there's
Man,
literally like 20.
I mean, listen, don't charge somebody before they're convicted. But I will say, it looks really bad when you have that amount of women coming forward with the same story.
They're all masseuses.
That
it's
looks
the same story. Every
you
time.
look guilty as sin, my friend.
Yeah, and some of them have text messages that aren't necessarily incriminating.
But it shows contact.
Yeah, and it shows, I'm sorry if you felt uncomfortable or, stuff like that. So anyway, surprised you hadn't heard about that.
No,
Big story.
have you followed? So, Aaron Rodgers
Oh, yeah.
is with Shailene.
Are they married or are they engaged?
No, they're engaged.
Are you sure? Because I think they may have gotten married. Are they?
They've not gotten
Okay.
married. Yeah, they're engaged.
There was a story that came out that
Well, so Shailene, the other day posted on her stories a picture of newborn baby feet. Have you seen this?
I've heard about this.
So it sent everybody a buzz of like, oh my gosh, did they have a kid? Because that's kind of the thing to do now is to
hide it.
Right. And then, oops, no pregnancy
Who
announcement.
was it lately that
Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake just did that.
they did? Nobody even knew that.
I had no clue.
Was it a surrogate or did she have the baby?
No, she had the baby.
How can you keep that a secret for 9 months?
She doesn't post a lot on socials.
Well, but like somebody would
and
see her at the grocery store.
They live out in like Wyoming or Wisconsin.
Well, then
or
some
something.
family member would. Yeah, okay.
They've got good family members.
Guess so.
Kylie Jenner kept her first one completely pregnant. Now there were rumors about it.
I didn't know that.
However,
Kylie, is she the youngest one?
she is. She's pregnant with baby. This was
How
a
many
big
kids does she
week.
have?
One.
How old
There's-
is she?
This is going to be the 10th grandkid though. So you're thinking
Oh,
of
boy.
like the Kardashian. There's a bunch of
Oh, yeah.
other ones.
It's going to be named X.
I would think she's like 23, 24 right now.
Okay.
I could be way off
I
because
feel like she's 16.
sometimes I get stuck on like
Yeah,
you've
right.
been 20 for 8 years, but
Mhm.
you're still 20 to me. So Shailene posted these baby feet and everybody starts talking. Well, Olivia Munn,
Aaron Rodgers' ex.
exactly. Pictures came out with her a few days earlier where as a woman, you will never tell another woman she looks pregnant. She very clearly looked pregnant.
Who did?
Olivia Munn.
Okay.
She's in a parking lot in a garage. She's wearing big sweats and she was bigger, but just in the belly, And so it's like, I'm not going to say she's pregnant, but Chicklet looks, and she looks pretty pregnant, not just a first trimester, you get the
Or
big hips.
had a big lunch.
Right. Well, then her boyfriend, John Mulaney, who is a comedian, was on the Seth Meyers show literally the next day, the day after these pictures came out, and confirmed, yes, we are pregnant. We are having a baby.
So
People are thinking
Shailene
maybe
is-
Shailene was shading her because there's huge controversy between Olivia Munn and John Mulaney. I don't know if you've heard.
No, is that her boyfriend?
It's her boyfriend. He was married for 6 or 7 years to a woman. He has battled drug and alcohol addiction, and his wife had been there through the entire time, several rehab stints. He most recently went through an intervention and went to rehab again and came out in February of this year. Literally in February of this year, filed for divorce from his wife. And now Olivia Munn is probably around 7 months pregnant.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, this is probably not interesting to the sports people. It's like the timeline to me is Olivia Munn has expressed before that she was obsessed with John Mulaney for years. They met in 2013. She was at a wedding with him. I think it might have been Seth Meyers' wedding. And he was there with his girlfriend, who then became his wife. And Olivia apparently the whole night was like trying to talk to them and you want to go hang out after. She said she emailed him after and he never responded. But she's been very open of like,
Yeah.
got my claws out.
Wow.
So there's some controversy behind this. And I don't know if I'm that wife that stuck by him through all those years. And then literally the dust is not even dried before you have told me you want a divorce and you're now
Knocking up another girl.
at the same time.
Ooh.
At the
Yeah,
same
that's not a
time.
good look, is it?
No.
Hey, who's the one that Jason Sudeikis was dating?
Olivia Wilde.
Oh, okay. Different.
They were
Different
married.
Olivia.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
got married.
I was thinking that was like, when did he fit in there? I
And
thought it
now-
was the same one.
No,
Different.
she's all about Harry Styles
Yeah.
now, which is so weird. That is one of those really
Is there an age difference there?
huge age difference.
Quite a bit, right?
Yes. And she's
She's 35?
she's closer to, she's 38 maybe. And
And
he's 26, 27.
Okay. That's-
I still want her and Jason's. Actually, you know what? I don't, because I'm mad at her. I think she did him wrong.
Jason Sudeikis is awesome.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's a cool dude or not, but he comes across so likable.
That movie with Jennifer Aniston.
We're the Millers.
Yes, that was just on the other day, and I was like, I just feel like I would want to be friends with him.
Not even a letter? He's funny. He's funny.
Okay. Well, that was
our little sports session that kind of got off
took a turn.
Yeah.
It started with It started with sports, though.
There you go.
Okay.
Gotcha.
A little bit of reality.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reality roundup.
All right. Officially, I feel like we've talked a lot about Dancing with the Stars. I don't want to do too much onto it today. However, we do have an official cast.
I haven't even heard this yet. I know the ones that we
you
talked about
haven't
last
heard it
week.
all?
No,
Okay.
I haven't.
So we knew Suni Lee, we knew JoJo Siwa. You and I speculated, and we got a few right. Olivia Jade,
Yep.
on. Amanda Klutz,
Yep.
on. Kenya Moore, on. Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Matt James, on. Ugh. Now, to the ones we didn't get. Mike the Miz.
That's a good cast.
He's
going to be good.
It's great, right?
He's very likable. Yeah.
I had heard online, there was rumored a former challenge guy who went on to be successful. I was thinking Bananas in my mind. So,
well, Bananas hadn't done anything other than
no,
challenge.
he hosts, what's that show Audrina Patridge used to host at like 1 a.m. after SNL?
Babe,
It's a show, but
he's gone on and done
Okay.
big things.
All right. I'm just saying, boy, ooh, shade thrown. Melora Hardin. Do you know that name?
I don't.
Do you know Jan from The Office?
Yes.
That's her.
Okay.
Yeah. She was also, actually, you would know her more from 17 Again. She was the principal.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. That's more Ty-Speed.
There was another, what's her name from The Office that was on a couple of years ago? Red-haired.
I didn't watch The Office. I know. I'm embarrassed to say I
Okay.
didn't watch The Office.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. And then we have Mel C, Sporty Spice.
Is that different than Mel B?
Yes. Mel B was Scary Spice.
And there's Mel C?
Mel C is Sporty Spice.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Mel B was on Dancing with the Stars, wasn't
Mel
she?
B was on Dancing with the
I'm gonna
Stars.
look up Mel C. I don't know who that is.
You know, she had a gold tooth back in the day. I wonder if she still has that, or if it was like part of the. She had a gold tooth before it was cool to have a gold tooth. Jimmy Allen. Do you know Jimmy Allen? Country.
No, I don't know
I don't know
him
him
at
either.
all.
Okay.
I know he's a country
Do you
music
know the
artist.
name? Because I feel like
No,
you know country.
I
Oh,
do.
Okay.
He must be like one of the new, like kind of
Up and comer.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope I say this right. Iman Shumpert,
Oh yeah, basketball player.
basketball player. Yep. How tall is he?
Gosh,
'Cause
he's got to be like 6'8".
They tend to not do as well because they can't. There's no frame. You know,
He's 6'5".
Iman.
Mhm.
Oh, that's not
So
okay.
it could be. I mean, it's still way bigger than any dancer.
than most of the girls.
but it's not 7 foot Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
right.
Or, yeah.
Christine Chu from Bling Empire. She was married to the super successful plastic surgeon,
No idea who that is.
Brian Austin Green,
Yeah, that's good.
which it's come out. So, you know, he's dating Sharna.
Yes, I
They've been
did
dating
know
for quite a
that.
while. I believe they're partnered.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know if
I
we
feel
could be
like,
partnered
no,
together.
No, I don't. It's not that I feel we couldn't, we wouldn't. I remember how often I would get so mad at Tony and how mad I'm sure he got at me that if we had to go home together.
Yeah, and then you're right.
Well, and think of the power, like Sharna's the one in control, telling you what to do, what you're doing wrong. And that is hard for any relationship. Like, you don't want me telling you what you're doing wrong, and I don't want you telling me. Does
Yeah,
that make any
yeah, no,
sense?
it does. Totally. But I looked up Mel C.
Oh,
you
you're
know,
right there.
I saw on Good Morning America or something,
Yeah.
her talking, and I thought it was Jenna.
Johnson?
Yeah.
Really?
Do they kind of look alike?
I mean, I don't think so, but
I mean,
in that
a little
picture,
bit. Yeah, and she had her hair back like that on Good, and it just dawned
Jenna
on me
always does wear
that's
her hair back
that's
like
who
that.
it was. So anyway, okay,
Okay. I mean, I guess I haven't seen Sporty. She looks very different.
she's jacked.
Well, she's sporty.
Oh,
Sporty
she's
Spice.
always been that way, I guess.
And then we have Martin Cove. Do you know that name? He's from Karate Kid.
Oh yeah. The
John-
sensei.
John Kreese.
Yeah, John Kreese.
Yeah. I had to write it down. I've never seen Karate
Oh
Kid.
man, that's great.
And then I have to say, probably my favorite cast. You're not going to have any idea who this is. Cody Rigsby.
No.
This is how far we have come and who is a celebrity these days and who is not. He's a Peloton instructor.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I saw this. I didn't know what his name was.
Listen, don't be getting mad at your boo if they follow hot people on Instagram. Everybody does, okay? It's just a natural thing, okay?
Your boo.
No need to get jealous. You do it, I do it, so let it go.
It's a good song.
I love a Cody Rigsby ride. He is not for the children. You cannot have a kid in the room while you are on a bike.
Because of the songs or because of his?
No, he's dirty.
Okay.
Yeah, he's very vulgar. Yet he's hilarious. He is so funny. However, as I will say, I'm rooting for Cody right now. I really like him. However, there was a lot of backlash, obviously, because JoJo comes from professional dance. Amanda Klutz comes from professional dance. I didn't know this. She's not only from Broadway, she was a flippin' Rockette.
Yeah, I was about when you said her name, I said, there's your winner.
I actually don't think so. Because I don't know. But Cody Rigsby was a dancer. He called himself a professional dancer. I found this clip, but I don't want to air it because I don't want to rat him out. Where he was on some Victoria's Secret fashion show that they used to do, and he was a background dancer.
That would make sense to me if you kind of dance on a bike as well.
He can count to 8. He holds the beat.
Yeah.
Anyway, isn't that crazy? Someone from Peloton
Yeah, that is crazy.
is on the show.
That's a good, it's a pretty good cast. I mean, that's a good, that specific person was a good pick.
Yeah. So far we know, like I said, I think Brian is with Sharna. I believe that The Miz is with Whitney Carson.
That'll be good.
Which will be amazing.
Yeah, they'll play well off each other.
And that JoJo is with Jenna. So we'll see.
All right.
We'll see how it goes. Do you want to get a little into the BIP drama?
I don't know what the drama is.
All the Brendan and Piper and Natasha. Oh.
Let's go.
Because they knew each other.
Oh, yeah. But
no, it's a huge deal off social. Like Brendan has lost over 100,000 followers. Piper has lost several thousand followers. Because
he handled that so poorly.
Oh, they both did.
I mean, like, he even scratched his mic a couple of times. Like, oh, now everybody's going to know. What are you doing, dude?
A conversation on camera about how much screen time you're going to get, where your current followers are so that you'll have a baseline when you get back. And then saying this is either going to be the best thing we've ever done or the worst. And then they both posted these completely insensitive posts the night of the show. And his was here for all the wrong reasons, shady. And hers was all's fair in love and war.
I mean, I guess just embracing the...
Well, then they deleted it, of course, because all the backlash that they've gotten, I mean, it's completely backfired.
So that would cause some people to unfollow them, obviously.
Well, so let's get into this because I think everybody knows now most of these people are going on these shows for this exact reason, right?
Right.
I mean, the way Demi is acting on this show, she is doing it to get camera time. She's doing, you know what I mean? Like, however, it's different as if she had looked at the camera and been like, I'm only acting like this so that I can get up to 500,000 followers. That is the turnoff. The fact that they planned this whole thing, came in, schemed it, and then just continued to talk about how much they were scheming everybody makes you go, we're not stupid. Like, we may follow you and give you those followers when it's quote unquote organic. But when you think that you're smarter than we are, that ticks me off.
Yeah, right. You don't want to take advantage of that.
Right. And everybody, now Natasha's a rock star. She's gotten so much followers out of this thing. Backfired.
One of those people that's on that show that had nothing before Bachelor Pad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Not many. Most of them had. What do you mean? Didn't have
okay,
anything?
so like you go on The Bachelor.
And it's Paradise, not Pad.
Right. Whatever. You go on The Bachelor and your social media probably goes up a little bit, but not if you're not one of the final 4 or 6 or whatever. Like, say you get kicked off the second episode.
Yeah.
How many followers does that get you?
You probably still get a lot because people watch per episode. And then they just, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, I like that one.
Well, and then you go, so you have 100,000, let's say. And then you go on Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah.
Does that give you, are you at 3 million?
No, not 3 million.
Well, some of those guys are, right?
Some of them are. Yeah. Like Piper right now is at 75. She came into the show at 78. Hers jumped up huge up into the high 80s.
And do you think 75,000, is that enough to get endorsements?
Now Brendan had close to 400 and he's now down to like 270. He lost a lot.
And that 400 was because of The Bachelor?
Yeah. He was very likable.
What season was he on? Was one that we didn't watch, I guess.
But I know he was very likable.
Okay.
I actually knew him just from, not know him, but from like recaps and stuff that I saw of like, everybody loves Brendan. So anyway, I think somebody said, it might've been Grocery Store Joe in his clickbait podcast said it's going to get addressed next week, I guess. I don't know whether the cast found out about it or what. But
Riley, that guy was shown in the preview. Like
he's mad.
Yeah, he's
I
mad.
don't remember that.
Like, he's like, his veins are all bursting and he's already huge. And
I was gonna say his veins are always kind of bursting.
He's like Hulks out. Like I think he was gonna go eat him or something.
He venom dumped on him.
Yeah, he did. like baby cobra. baby, baby turtle. That's funny.
It's gonna be the new noise.
I don't need you making any more noises.
All right. Hey, Big Brother. Can we give
Brother.
a round of applause to the flippin' cookout?
I love Big Brother.
I mean, like that alliance or not, they did it. Not one member has been evicted.
I can't believe that it worked out.
It's 6, right?
Well,
There's 6 of them.
I'm not surprised. Like, I think that if you can really have 6 people that will not tell anybody about the alliance, like it can work. That's why you do it.
Right.
But it never happens. They always end up telling someone.
Well,
and they didn't this year.
It's a lot of strategy.
Strategy.
I know. I heard that as it came out.
And I knew exactly what you meant. That's a new word.
I bet you everybody else did too.
Strategy.
They understand my language now.
Okay. Strategery.
The strategery of it. Because a lot of it, while it is the strategy, luck plays a big part too, in that you've got to have people in head of household, because like this past week had Alyssa won that when it was a double elimination. If Alyssa had won that second HOH, cookout would have been broken
that was
up.
the only time that it could have been broken up.
You think?
Yeah, because no matter what, well, okay.
No.
2 of them could have been pitted against each other.
Right. And one would have gone.
But the chances of that happening and one of them not winning veto or being able to talk whoever did win veto or head of household out of kicking one of them off.
Right.
Like, I think that's pretty easy.
I think they planned it really well.
Yeah.
To where the chances of someone.
And they did it
someone
early
going
on.
home, yeah.
And they all, stuck to it.
Tiffany sent her best friend in the house home.
Oh, well, Tiffany's gone next week.
You think she's gone?
Yeah. Oh,
she's the
without
first
a doubt.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because she lied to him.
Well, but what if she wins veto?
You mean head of household?
No, she can't win head of household because she was head of household. Yeah. She can win veto.
She can win veto. Yeah. And then it's going to be, that's going to be interesting.
I say whoever is in the house, you better plan on taking Big D.
Big D's going to the finals.
He better go to that final because you will win. Dude hasn't won a thing.
Not only that, poor dude is awful at everything.
But
he's always the first. Oh, he's great. He
Yeah.
seems like a really nice guy.
Right. But
And it's so funny how he
know.
sleeps all the time.
They are all keeping him around for it. His name will never come out to get up on the block for
100%.
eviction
But
because
remember, Josh won Big Brother and he had not won anything.
But this dude hasn't even played a part in the strategy. You know what I mean? Like,
he's
Tiffany, Hannah, Xavier, Kyler. I feel like they all have played a huge part in.
Yeah, they've all
except
won.
I've never heard Derek
Asa hasn't done a whole lot.
Really
get
in the middle of it.
I there's backlash with this alliance, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there is some backlash with the alliance.
But everybody seems to, I mean, Claire certainly had no problem with it.
No, I mean, look, here's the thing. I think they said this is 20 seasons. I mean, they've made history for sure, that the Cookout Alliance has made history. I personally really like everybody that's left. I don't mind Tiffany. I know. I think a lot of people don't like Tiffany.
I don't really like Tiffany.
I don't mind her. I don't mind Azza. I think Hannah finally is playing the game. She was
I
in the
kind of like
background
Hannah.
a little bit.
You can tell that Hannah, I think she's going to start playing more now. I think she's strategically, because she's like a rocket scientist or something. Like she wants to be a surgeon.
Yeah.
She's very intelligent. And I think she's, I don't know if because Xavier is going to be so good at every competition.
I think Xavier could have won every competition. I think he threw a lot of them.
100%.
Because when I see him perform, like when he wanted to win this veto last night, I'm like, dude did that in like 5.2 seconds.
Well, he's obviously very intelligent too. He's a lawyer, and but there's going to be a surprise, because if you're Kylan or Xavier, well, really anybody, like you need to take a shot at Kylan or Xavier if you're going to win.
I agree.
And I think Hannah could do that. I don't think Big D could. And I don't know if Azza could. Tiffany would do it because she would be, gutsy enough. But those two they should have kicked Xavier out last week or last night.
No, because Xavier took himself off the block, and it was Kylan and Alyssa. And I was looking at you going, if they were smart right now, they take the shot at Kylan, because they'll get Alyssa next week. Their numbers, they'll get her. I don't know if you're going to get another shot to get Kylan out.
It's true. Yeah. But wasn't Xavier was on the block?
He's been on the block because they put him up as a pawn going, nobody's going to vote him out. He's never going to get voted out. I think it was him and Alyssa, because we were like, what if he uses the
when
veto
she
on
won
her?
veto and got herself off the block.
And then, but then was it Claire went up? Was that the week that happened?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's exactly right.
It's about to get really interesting. The final six. I kind of think it's anybody's game right now. It's just
it's good stuff.
It's good. It's good stuff. Do a little game time.
Yeah.
And then peace out. I'll go check on our sick patient.
All right.
It's game time.
Okay, random stupid trivia. However, I want you guys to post on our page whenever you decide to throw one of these random facts out and impress your friends. I love useless knowledge. Don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so here we've got a couple. We're going to start with some true false. A chef's hat, the white chef's hat that looks like a cloud, has exactly 100 pleats on it.
False.
The answer is true.
Yeah,
the 100 pleats actually represent the 100 ways to cook an egg.
Well,
it's a fun fact.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Hold on. What's up, love bug?
How much has Daddy gotten right?
Oh, we just started it. He's gotten two wrong.
Two wrong.
Oh.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Okay.
Good. All right, baby. I'll take your temperature in just a second, okay? Okay, true or false? High heels were originally worn by men.
False. It seems like something that would be true, but I'm going to say false.
You want to change your answer?
No, I'm going to say false.
It's true. In the 10th century, men in Europe adopted the now gendered fashion choice of heels to make it easier to ride their horses. Adding heels to boots made it easier to stay in stirrups.
Okay, so is that like my boots have heels on them?
Well, you have a heel, but this is a high heel.
High heel.
A high heel.
All right. I'm good at this. 0 for 3.
And the high heel on a man was actually a signal of upper class.
I was going to say because of something that would make them taller to signify more like
I feel like you've seen paintings and stuff of like George Washington and those black high-heeled boots. Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. This one's not true false, but it'll take you back to your childhood. Do you remember the commercial of the owl in the tree and the little kid going, how many licks does it take? Well,
1,
you know what goes
2.
along with our Oreo study?
Yeah.
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
3. 1,
2,
3.
You're wrong.
Is it like 5,000?
364.
Okay, what about when you put it in your mouth?
So here, engineering students from Purdue University designed a licking machine that built to function just like a human tongue, found that it took an average of 364 licks to get to the center. Now, 20 volunteers actually tried the experiment, and it took them an average of 252. Other studies averaged between 114 and 411. So that's probably where the difference comes from, whether it's like just a little lizard lick
Or what if you like
You just
put it on
keep
your
it in your
tongue
mouth and you twirl
twist?
it. Yes. That's how I always
Yeah.
eat
Putting
it.
it in your mouth has to make it go faster.
Because
There's more contact with the,
of the saliva,
well, just like what makes it go down is the contact with your mouth
right?
or your tongue.
Speaking of saliva, though,
Yeah.
during your lifetime, you will produce enough saliva to fill 4 pools. True or false?
God, that's a lot. No, false.
It is
It's
false.
true. Oh,
But you will produce enough saliva to fill 2 swimming pools,
boy. Seems very subjective. How big a
20,000
pool we talking
liters,
here?
53 bathtubs in your lifetime.
Oh, Lee, that's a lot.
Is a lot. Okay. True or false? Green Eggs and Ham, the book,
Mhm.
was originally started as a bet.
I would say true.
The Dr. Seuss classic grew out of a bet with his editor that he could not create a book using fewer than 50 different words.
Huh.
And he did. So the editor put in, $50. That was it. It was just a $50 bet.
Well, it was
However,
a long time ago.
there's
too.
not a lot of words in Green Eggs and Ham.
No, well, it's the same thing
Sam,
over
I
and
am.
over.
Yeah. He
Like
did
if you
it.
just go to like the last time he says everything,
Right.
and count those words.
Okay. The hottest inhabited place in the world is Ethiopia, Kuwait, or Israel.
The hottest inhabited. So it'd
Mm-hmm.
have to be right on the equator. So it was what? Israel?
Ethiopia, Kuwait, or Israel.
Ooh. I'm going to go with Kuwait.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Ethiopia. The average climate is between 106 and 108 degrees, and in the winter between 97 and 98 degrees.
Wow.
Let's go to some wine trivia. You can major in wine at Cornell University.
Yeah, I would say yes.
Okay, you're right. Technically, it's a degree in viticulture and enology,
Okay.
the cultivating of grapes and science. But yeah, you can be wine.
All right. You could
A
be
vintner.
a vintner. Yeah.
On the wine theme, how many grapes go into a bottle of wine?
To one bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. I would say 8 bushels. No, more than that.
I need a.
I'm going to say 600 grapes. What is it?
1,000.
Okay.
2.6 pounds of grapes
Okay.
go into a bottle of wine. What about the tallest man on record? How tall do you think he was?
I would say on record,
Mm-hmm.
8'1".
Wow, you're not far. 8'11".
Oh, that's far. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got the 8 right.
Well, Goliath was supposedly 9 feet tall. right?
Supposedly. Did you just do that?
Supposedly. Supposedly.
Supposedly. Supposedly. If you're going to correct me.
Supposedly.
He was an American giant named Robert Wadlow. He lived from 1918 to 1940.
Oh,
It said that his size was the result of an abnormally enlarged pituitary gland.
he was 22.
Yeah.
Sad.
This one you're so going to care about. The length of the longest wedding veil.
Oh, Carolina.
20 feet, 200 feet, 2,000 feet, 20,000 feet.
2,000 feet.
20,000 feet.
That's ridiculous.
63 football fields. I don't know how she walked down the
You
aisle.
can't pull that.
Yeah.
She would have to just sit there.
I
stand
mean,
there.
it's just rolled up, I guess, and she just wanted it.
No,
I
I
don't
bet you it was. I don't know. Who cares?
All right, last question. I know you know the answer to this because I think we had a conversation about it a couple months ago. New car smell that we all love,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually composed of chemicals.
Yeah, it's the glue.
Mm-hmm.
The glue for what, though?
So it says it's pretty much a combination of 50 plus chemicals known as volatile organic compounds. They are released into the car and they decay quickly over time. Concentrations found in a typical new car are not dangerous, but it's the same smell that make up like nail polish, auto fuel, and petroleum.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
It's such a good smell,
I love that smell. They even bottle it up and sell it in like an air freshener.
but it doesn't do the same, right? Like when you get the
Oh,
new,
no.
new car scent
No.
at the car wash, it's not near as good.
It's like puppy breath. I love it, but it
Yeah.
literally lasts like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and then you
it's
get in and
gone.
you're like, well, it
Yeah.
doesn't smell new anymore. Anyway, that was it. You know, did you take away from the turtles? Is that the biggest thing that you walked away with
Yes.
this episode? Okay, friends. Everybody, thanks for being patient with us while we have our sick patient. You want to say bye?
Bye.
And everybody have a fantastic week. Make sure that if you are not part of our Logically Irrational Facebook page, that you join us over there. Like and subscribe to the podcast. Leave a rating. Leave a review. And everybody have a fantastic week. We'll see you next week. Same time.
Over and out.
Same place.
Same place, same time.
You might have noticed a change in your neighborhood lately. Yep, Sprint stores are now T-Mobile stores. Now that Sprint is T-Mobile, you get more coverage, value, and benefits than ever before. We've invested billions to bring our 5G from big cities to small towns across America. And great coverage is just the start. From high-speed mobile hotspot data to weekly deals and giveaways, our customers get tons of great benefits. Head to your new T-Mobile store to learn more.
Qualifying service and capable device required. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain plan or features. See T-Mobile.com.
You might have noticed a change in your neighborhood lately. Yep, Sprint stores are now T-Mobile stores. Now that Sprint is T-Mobile, you get more coverage, value, and benefits than ever before. We've invested billions to bring our 5G from big cities to small towns across America. And great coverage is just the start. From high-speed mobile hotspot data to weekly deals and giveaways, our customers get tons of great benefits. Head to your new T-Mobile store to learn more.
Qualifying service and capable device required. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain plan or features. See T-Mobile.com.
You might have noticed a change in your neighborhood lately. Yep, Sprint stores are now T-Mobile stores. Now that Sprint is T-Mobile, you get more coverage, value, and benefits than ever before. We've invested billions to bring our 5G from big cities to small towns across America. And great coverage is just the start. From high-speed mobile hotspot data to weekly deals and giveaways, our customers get tons of great benefits. Head to your new T-Mobile store to learn more.
Qualifying service and capable device required. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain plan or features. See T-Mobile.com.